Let's divide the fractions 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 and then divide that result by 2 1/8. To do this, we'll convert each one of these mixed numbers to an improper fraction and then use the rules for dividing fractions to simplify our result. So, to convert each one of these three fractions to an improper fraction, we'll first multiply the denominator, say 4 times 5, and then add 1. And then we'll write that over the common denominator of 4. So, for example, this becomes 4 times 5 plus 1 over 4. This quantity divided by 2 times 3 plus 1. So 2 times 3 plus 1 over the denominator of 2. And then divide that result by 8 times 2 plus 1. So 8 times 2 plus 1 all over the denominator of 8. Next, let's simplify these numerators. Using multiplying before adding, 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 becomes 21 over 4. Divide that by 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, divided by 2. And then the last fraction will become 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17 over 8. To divide these three fractions, going left to right, we'll divide the first two to come up with a single fraction, and then divide that by our third fraction. Looking at our rules for dividing fractions for the first two, it says that we'll invert the second fraction, write it upside down, it's reciprocal, and change it to multiplying. So, writing this a little lower, this becomes 21 over 4 multiplied by the reciprocal of 7 over 2 becomes 2 over 7. And we'll take this result and finally divide that by 17/8. Now we see that with 21 over 4 times 2 over 7, we can first reduce these set of fractions, since 2 divides into itself once and into 4 twice, and also 7 divides into itself once and into 21 3 times. Writing that up here, this becomes 3 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 1, and we'll then divide this result by 17 over 8. So 3 times 1 is 3 over 2 times 1 is 2 divided by 17 over 8. Next, we'll use this process again to divide our new set of fractions to come up with our final answer. So again, 3 over 2, we'll invert the fraction 17/8 to become 8/17 and change this to multiplying. We next see that we can reduce a factor of 2 down here by 1 and up here by 4. So our new fractions become 3 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 17. Multiplying the numerators and denominators, as our rules tell us, becomes 3 times 4 over 1 times 17, which becomes 12 over 17. Since this fraction cannot be reduced, our final answer is 12/17.